The Behind the Ears podcast crew would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support. If you have a little one and you're going to Walt Disney World, you're going to need a stroller. I'll tell you what, KingdomStrollers.com is the place where you want to look into. I'll tell you, I've destroyed my fair share of strollers while at Walt Disney World, and those things are not cheap. But getting something from KingdomStrollers.com, they'll be able to help you pick out the perfect stroller for you. And the nice part is that because they're a Disney preferred provider, they'll be able to drop it off and pick it up right from your Disney resort at no extra charge. So if you don't want to necessarily destroy your stroller in the process and you want to have a great Disney vacation with your little one, contact KingdomStrollers.com and they'll set you right up. That's KingdomStrollers.com. Hey everybody, it's Mr. Chris, and I got to tell you about Expedition Roasters. Listen, I'm a pretty big coffee drinker, just like a lot of you are, but these people have got coffee right. Their coffees are made from selectively sourced premium and specialty grade Arabica beans. They provide the absolute best flavor and aroma, and select roast even come directly from a single estate farm for a truly perfect cup that is never bitter. They've got awesome Disney-inspired flavors such as Roundhouse Roast, Route 66, Skipper's Brew, Dark Side Roast, Redhead Rum, and one of my favorites, Bob Slitter's Brew. Listen, if you want to have the taste of Disney in every cup, give them a try today. Expeditionroasters.com, and Behind the Ears podcast listeners gets an extra 20% off your first order by using the coupon code EARS20. That's right, EARS20. And you can find them over at expeditionroasters.com. Brew your happy place. Do you want to save around 40% off Disney's prices for deluxe on-property accommodations? Contact dvc-rental.com. They help out Disney Vacation Club owners rent out points that they're not going to use. These points mean savings for you on your next trip at Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Vero Beach, Florida, and Hilton Head Island in South Carolina. The DVC member books everything in your name, just like any other reservation. And if you ever decide that you want to become a DVC member, you can check out our sister company, BuyAndSellDVC.com. As a licensed realtor, they sell DVC contracts for members at a savings of 30 to 40% off Disney's prices. And if you're looking to sell your contract, BuyAndSellDVC.com has one of the industry's lowest commissions at only 6.5%. Again, that's DVC-rental.com for your rental needs, and BuyAndSellDVC.com to buy or sell into the Disney Vacation Club at a large discount. And make sure you tell them that the Behind the Ears podcast crew sent you. You're listening to the Behind the Ears podcast, because everybody does Disney differently.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Behind the Ears podcast. I am Uncle Danny. That is Mr. Chris. And ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. The time has come for my favorite episodes. The ones where all we do is act fat and talk about a lot of food. That is right. We are going to break down the 2019 Epcot Flower and Garden menu. We do know that this menu was released about a week and a half ago. We had a lot of other things going on. But I will be in Disney for part of Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival. So not only will you see me drool, you will see Chris blush, you will hear lots of food items, you will also be able to tell me what I should be trying and what I should not be trying. But without further ado, once again, this is Behind the Ears podcast. I am Uncle Danny. That is Mr. Chris. Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well tonight. Thank you so much. I can't necessarily say that I'm looking forward to this as much as you are, because you're just like, before the show, you're just like a kid in a candy store. It's like, oh, can we please get this going? Can we please get this going? Can we please get this going? Yes, Danny, we're going to talk about food. Hey, everybody, listen, Danny's actually not kidding. If you actually hear something tonight that you say, Danny, you got to try that, he's going to probably have to give that a try. We're going to basically make some notes on the side here. I'm going to take some notes as I go through the comments, and I'm going to hold him to it. I'm going to make him actually try some of these things that you, our listening audience, would like to
just
have.
Just no cauliflower. If there's anything with cauliflower, don't ask me to do it. And just understand, if I'm on camera and there's strawberries or any type of red berry, raspberry, and I start sweating, it's not because it's hot. It's because I have allergic reaction to strawberries. But I will definitely eat them. Don't worry about it.
Wait, why would you eat something that you know you have an allergic reaction to?
I eat strawberries and cherries and raspberries all the time. The allergic reaction is literally I sweat. If that's the worst that's going to happen for me eating them, I'm going to get strawberries are delicious.
Just remember, we don't have any company and health insurance.
I have my own health insurance.
Oh, good, because we have no accidental death in this experiment. We have no accidental, hospitalization.
I'm worth more dead than alive, so you might as well let me eat the strawberries. But do you have anything you'd like to say prior to going into this? Chris will be running the board tonight, so he's in charge of the comments. Chris, you're gonna have to, if you want to cut in, just start talking so I know to stop, because I'm not going to be watching you. I'm going to be watching the menu screen.
Oh, I know. You're not going to be watching menus. You're going to be like drooling over menus over there. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say. I'm looking forward to hearing what everybody here watching us live has to say. I think it's going to be really good. Everybody, give this a quick share, and we just thank all of you for all of your support. So, Danny, why don't you go ahead and let's see what happens here.
All right, let's start with one of the newest booths coming this year, the brand new booth. So actually, before we do that, let's just touch on this again. Once again, this is the Flower and Garden Festival for 2019, and this will run from March 6th through June 3rd. So plenty of time to get, get out there and try everything. What did Lindsay just say before?
Oh, Lindsay's like, I'll try the cauliflower and the berries.
What was the next comment? I saw someone making fun of me for my.
Well, let's see. Cynthia said allergic reactions can escalate suddenly. That's what I say too, Cynthia.
I've been doing this for years. We're good.
Chris also warns you. He goes, now we've gained 30 pounds since moving to Orlando. Oh, the struggles. And also, Mary wants to know what do you have against cauliflower?
Cauliflower is just nasty. That's what I have against it.
Okay.
Personal opinion. But let's go ahead. First one up is the brand new booth. It's called Arbor at the Gardens Terrace. It's brand new. Food items is a fried green tomato with blue crab funnel salad and a smoked oil on top. Paprika oil too.
Ooh, that actually sounds really good.
Crab fennel salad. That's interesting. All right.
See, I don't like fennel. Yeah. I don't like fennel.
I do like fennel. That's why, but I've never had crab fennel, so I'm a little curious on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Smoked salmon stack with avocados, tomatoes, sour cream, caviar. Yeah. Okay. Caviar, sour cream, pretty good. I like an avocado. I will definitely try that one. Mark that one down. Oh, here you go. Right off the bat, third item in: mixed berry buttermilk cake served with apple cider sorbet. I hate apple cider, but mixed berry buttermilk cake does. I wonder if that's like a pancake.
It probably has to be something like that, or unless it's an actual pre-made cake,
Okay. Once again, you're always going to find a lot of these places have like 3 or 4 food items and always a long list of liquor. So we're going to fly through the liquor quickly. They have a Sin Brewery Black Widow Hard Cider from New York, the Florida Beer Company Strawberry Rose Hard Cider from Florida, Three Daughters Brewing Key Lime Apple Hard Cider from Florida. We have a Lemon and Ginger Radler from Texas. We have a Sea Dog Brewing Company Sunfish Ale from Florida, Shipyard Brewing Company Grind the Rind Watermelon IPA from Portland. And then they have a cider flight and also a beer flight. Another new attraction, I'm going to call it an attraction, new booth coming this year is the Flavorful Kitchen hosted by Event Health. Oh, I don't like the healthy ones. It's not as fun.
You got to do it, though. You got to do it.
I might skip this one. Citrus poached salmon with ancient grain salad, roasted vegetables, and citrus greens. Okay. From the garden, we have roasted beets, cashew cheese, and micro herbs with lemon oil dressing.
Hold on. Cashew cheese?
Cashew cheese.
I've heard this is like a form of, dairy-free cheese, but...
It is vegan and it is GF, so I'm
gluten-free. Okay, so I'd like to hear in the comments from people, if you have an allergy where you have to use some kind of a cheese alternative, I'm just going to use it like that. Forgive me if that's not the right term for it. I'd like to hear if anybody's tried cashew cheese before, because unfortunately I know what cashews taste like. I like cashews. I just don't know if I could do it in cheese form. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd really like to hear what your experience is. I may throw it up on the screen. I won't interrupt Danny for it, but I had to ask. So thanks, everybody.
What would KA mean?
Kosher? Maybe?
I know there's somewhere on the site probably broke it down, and I just probably flew past it.
I don't know.
I don't know what KA means. It's just the next option was KA. We have the Mickey Tart Peanut Butter Mousse with strawberry jam and boba pearls. That is vegan and KA. I'm not sure what KA. If someone knows what KA is, let us know. I would try that one. I'm not a big tart person, but peanut butter mousse with strawberry jam and boba pearls. Beverages, they have no alcoholic beverages, but they do have a blood orange aqua fresca, which I'm sure blood orange is good. Oh. And then they have, okay, cool. I'm going to probably get this from that stand. The cookie butter worms and dirt.
Why? That's kind of a kid's thing, dude.
It's got to be something. KA's got to stand for something with kids, because they had the peanut butter and now a cookie butter worm and dirt. But it's a drink, though.
Wait, it's a drink?
Yeah, it's under beverages and it says non-alcoholic. Cookie butter worms and dirt.
See, I'm kind of thinking almost like, like if you had
the worms in a cup with like the
chocolate pudding and Oreos. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Another new booth. The Citrus Blossom. Probably kid approved. Yes, I knew or keto. Ooh, could be keto. I don't know. Keto? I don't know.
That does not. No, wait. Sorry. That can't be keto.
It's got to be kid approved. I would assume kid approved.
Wait. You said it's alcoholic beverage, though. You can't have an alcoholic beverage that's kid approved.
No, it's non-alcoholic.
Oh. That would have been funny.
The next new booth is called the Citrus Blossom. I know a lot of people are going to go nuts for this stand. Food. Lobster tail with mayor lemon and grilled lemon, gluten-free. They've got a tuna taki with spicy yuzu glaze, mango avocado, and papadum crisp.
Oh.
They have a crispy citrus chicken with orange aioli and baby greens, gluten-free. And they have this citrus shortcake, which is an orange chiffon cake, lemon curd, mandarins, whipped cream, and citrus crumble, and that is vegan. To drink, we have an orange cream slushy in a souvenir orange bird sipper cup, and that is the one where everybody has been going bananas for the cup. Yeah. I have had 2 people now ask me to buy them that cup while I'm there. See, it's got to be kid approved, because that one, once again, is KA.
That just sounds...
We have another beer company with a coconut key lime ale. We have a Heavy Seas Brewer citrus IPA, an orange sunshine wine slushy, and also a beer flight. And most of these we should be getting into should all be returning, whether they were there last year or a few years ago. We have the Northern Bloom, which is seared scallops with fresh green beans, butter potatoes, brown butter vinaigrette, and applewood smoked bacon. We have beef tenderloin tips with mushroom sauce, whipped potatoes, and garden vegetables. And the last thing on their menu is a griddled maple pound cake with warm peach compote and sweet corn gelato featuring Burton's maple syrup.
Oh,
what?
How do you make sweet corn into a gelato? I mean, gelato's like an Italian ice cream of how the heck?
God bless people. That's going to sit on the stomach well. Beverages, we've got a maple popcorn shake.
Hold on a second. You may actually like that because you're not a big sweet person. I picture sweet corn being just a little sweet, but they're going to...
Yeah, but it's a maple pound cake with warm peach compote. Those are sweet things because they're glazed. They're like, it's not fresh. I don't know. I'm probably staying away from that one, but the seared scallops kind of called to me. Back to the beverages. We have a maple popcorn shake, a apple wheat ale, a Chambly Belgian white ale, a amber ale, all from Canada, all these drinks. Then they also have a maple popcorn shake with Crown Royal maple whiskey and beer flight.
Okay.
The La Isla Fresca, Jamaican braised beef with pigeon pea rice and micros. The sugar cane shrimp skewer with steamed rice and coconut lime sauce. A tropical mousse cake, layers of passion fruit cake, coconut mousse, and tropical fruit glaze with fresh pineapples. To drink, non-alcoholic, we have a tropical freeze. They also have a tart mango cart wheat ale and a Cruiseman mango rum. The Honey Bistro, hosted by National Honey Board. Roasted cauliflower, right off the board. don't need to fill. I'll finish reading it for our cauliflower fans. Roasted cauliflower with buckwheat honey carrot puree, wild rice pilaf, asparagus, another thing I don't like, honey blistered grapes, sunflower brittle, and flowers. Well, that one is a hard no. We have a chicken flatbread with white cheddar cheese, charred vegetables, clover honey sour cream, and micro citrus greens. And then also, why don't you like the way I say cauliflower? What? I have two screens open, so go ahead. So before you tried to bash me and you think I'm not looking, why is the way I say cauliflower so funny to you?
It's not a dog flower. It's not a cauliflower. It's cauliflower.
It's not the way we call it cauliflower up here. Don't tell me. Yeah, exactly, Billy. Skips booth entirely. Local wildflower honey mascarpone cheesecake with orange blossom honey ice cream garnished with fennel pollen and kisses and petite lavender shoots. Yeah,
fennel pollen? What the heck is that?
This is a terrible.
Okay, here's the thing I have to say about this. Sometimes you get into a booth and you're like, it doesn't sound good, but you know someone's gonna try it and they're gonna say it's absolutely delicious. So
more power to you.
You're gonna have to try something on that menu.
No, I refuse.
Not all of it.
All right, fine. I'll try this.
Okay.
The honey peach cobbler freeze.
Oh, come on, try something other than a drink.
Oh boy, yeah. I guess the chicken flatbread would be. Oh, that doesn't even sound good.
Okay, wait. Here, do this though. How about this? Find a perfect stranger and buy them something and have them tell you how they like it. Okay. Or better yet, I bet you any money, Lindsay would be more than happy to be that.
I don't know. I know Lindsay's taste and nothing on this menu sounds interesting. We have to go back. All right. So what we should do is from the next one down, not counting this one, from the next one down, when I'm done reading everything, pick out a menu item and a drink item.
Okay.
I want you to do that from here on out. Not after I'm done reading this one. We also have a barrel honey ale drink. We have the Florida Orange Groves Winery Orange Blossom Honey Wine and a honey peach cobbler freeze with blueberry vodka. I would gladly get that.
I'm so all
I
over
will
that.
gladly get that. Anything with vodka in it, put it in my belly. I love little vodka in life. All right, so next one up, we've got the Trowel, hosted by Impossible Foods. This is new. We've got a grilled street corn on the cob with savory garlic spread, a farmhouse meatball with lentil bread, spinach, marinated vegetables, creamy herb dressing, and a chocolate pudding with avocado cream, matcha crumb, and pomegranate and baby herbs. Yeah, the chocolate pudding had me until it was avocado cream. No, thank you. Farmhouse meatballs, no. Take the grilled street corn.
What was the meatball? Because who is this sponsored by?
Impossible.
Are they a
trademark?
Is that a part of like the Impossible Burger Company or something like that?
Impossible Foods, so maybe.
Okay,
it's a farmhouse meatball with lentil bread, spinach, marinated vegetables, and a creamy herb dressing. It is vegan option as well.
Okay, I want you to understand something. Think for 1 minute. A meatball being a vegan option. What's wrong with that picture?
Yeah.
It's not a real meatball. Okay,
Well,
the reason why I say it,
I'm glad I stuck with the grilled corn.
the Impossible company, supposedly they make like the Impossible Burger, which is supposedly this burger that is supposed to taste like meat, have the same texture as meat, even supposed to be juicy like meat, but yet it's not really meat. I just needed to pause there for a minute. I'm willing to try it.
Oh God.
But I'm forewarning you, my bro.
All right, so Suja organic cold pressed juice, noon greens. They have vibrant probiotic, a bloomin' blueberry lemon and ginger tea featuring twingings of London. We have a tropical wonderland wheat ale and a lemon and ginger tea with twingings of London with Tito's handmade vodka served in a mason jar. Here's the thing. Tito's is garbage.
Have you ever had a wheat ale?
I don't drink beer, so no.
Okay. I've never have either. I was kind of wondering. I've never... so...
I don't really mess around with any IPAs. I don't drink beer, and I don't touch Tito's vodka.
I'm not a big vodka person myself.
Oh, I love vodka.
Although, okay, so, our local communications director out there, Chris, is saying the Impossible Burger was darn good, and he hates anything green. Okay, I'm going to have to try it. Danny, you may have to try it too.
No, I told you, I'm getting the corn. Leave me alone. Pineapple promenade. We have a spicy hot dog with pineapple chutney and plantain chips, or a pineapple soft serve. I'm gonna go with the pineapple soft serve.
I like the plantain chips.
I do that. I do like the plantain chips. I don't like pineapple chutney though.
Okay, I can understand that.
To drink, we have a frozen dessert violet lemonade, a pineapple soft serve ice cream with Fanta. Coastal Imperial Beer Company is a Coca Pina Gos. We have a Goan Coastal IPA with pineapple. We have a pineapple manna wheat ale, a violet lemonade ale, a winery sparkling pineapple wine, the pineapple soft serve ice cream with Parrot Bay coconut rum, and a pineapple beer flake.
A pineapple beer?
Well, all those beers had pineapple in them, so it's a pineapple beer flake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Next one up is a Spanish name that I cannot pronounce, so we're going to move past it. But the items they have in their repertoire would be a blue corn masa topped with black bean spread, chorizo, and queso fresco, and Mexican cream. They've got a beef tortilla served with crispy sourdough roll with avocado, pickled onions, jalapenos with a spicy habanero sauce.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And tres leches, which is milk-soaked sponge cake topped with whipped cream and almond powder. I would try that.
But don't they have that at like the Cantina de San Angelo already? Tres leches?
I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a big Spanish dish.
Yeah. And by the way, it's chorizo.
What'd I call it?
Not chorizo.
Where did I say chorizo?
It was one of those. I think you said like chorizo or something like that.
No, tres leches.
No, not that. It was one of the dishes. Never mind.
Oh, chorizo. Okay.
Never mind. Yes. I'm busting your chops.
And then I found where it was. Yeah. Beverages. We've got a golden ale, a flower liqueur with blanco tequila. We've got a smoky gin, blackcurrant liquor, vermouth, lime juice, and tonic water. That sounds kind of interesting. A tequila blanco with an elderflower and ginger liquor with pineapple, cactus, pear, and ginger juices.
That sounds busy.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of things going on. Lotus House. They've got spicy red braised beef shank over rice, house-made crab and cheese wontons, and vegetable spring rolls.
Oh, I'll be all over the wontons.
Yeah, I would go with the wontons too. I was going to try not to be boring and go with the vegetable rolls, so I'd definitely go with the wontons. To drink, they've got the Panda, which is a bubble tea. Classic milk tea with black and white bobas. They've got a jasmine draft beer, Pirates of China Sea, dark rum, peach syrup, and pina colada mix. This is cool. Kung Fu Punch is vodka, triple sec, mango syrup, and orange juice. And they also have a plum wine cooler.
Okay, I'd probably try the plum wine cooler, but that Kung Fu Punch, first off, that sounds like it has quite a kick to it, no pun intended.
I don't think so. It really think so?
Well,
triple sec is not that strong.
No, but between triple sec and what was the first vodka? But the thing is, it's also got a lot of sweetness to it too.
Mango syrup and the orange juice. It would have been better if it was mango juice, not mango syrup. All right, point. Farmers market's up next. We've got potato pancake with house-made applesauce. Another potato pancake with caramelized ham, onions, herbs, sour cream. We've got a toasted pretzel bread topped with Black Forest ham and melted cheese, and a warm cheese strudel with mixed berries. I'm going to go with the warm cheese strudel and mixed berries.
I would definitely say the sandwich with the Black Forest ham also sounds good. I mean, it's kind of basic for this one, but
yeah,
not too bad.
And then a whole bunch of German beers that I am not even going to attempt to announce.
Do they have the grapefruit beer?
Let's see.
I can never pronounce the name of it. I always call it like Hopfenschmuffer or something.
It's the black lager one.
No.
All right, well, that's the brand that makes that one. They have that brand, but it's black lager. Another item we have up here, and another item I will be walking by. We have a rustic Italian flatbread with sweet sausage, caramelized onions, mozzarella, Asiago, and Parmesan cheese, which is a pizza. We also have a mozzarella with fried green tomatoes, more mozzarella cheese, balsamic reduction, triple colored cheese, sage butter, and chicken veloute. And then ricotta cheese, fritters, powdered sugar, raspberry sauce, and a chocolate hazelnut drizzle.
We have a winner. I'd do that one. Because I can get a flatbread anywhere, to be honest with you. And a fried green tomato flatbread doesn't really sound too wonderful. Although, I will tell you, have you ever had a balsamic reduction on a pizza, any sort of pizza?
No, I've never had that before in my life. Balsamic reduction.
Depending on how it's done, it can be really, really good. It's a little tangy, and it's definitely a little bit of a zing to it. It's really pretty cool. I like that sort of thing. I'd try it.
I would, as much as I would not want to try a flatbread, the sweet sausage, because that sounds like basically a sausage sandwich on it just opened up. I'm interested in that. And then a whole bunch of wines. We're not going to even bother going into that. You know what you can get in the Italy area. The Smokehouse Barbecue and Brews. We have a pulled pig slider with coleslaw, a shredded beef brisket and smoked potato. What? How do you say that word again?
What?
Chorizo. Fondue and green tomato relish. A beef brisket, burnt ends, and smoked pork belly slider with garlic sauce, chorizo, cheddar fondue, and house-made pickle. And then we also have a warm chocolate cake with bourbon salted caramel sauce and spiced pecans. I'm going to go with the burnt ends smoked pork belly slider.
I heard that. I'm like, oh, yeah, boy.
As long as it's not shredded.
No, because usually burnt ends is not shredded because it's not super tender.
Yeah, but usually sliders are, and that's why I kind of got a little nervous on it. I don't like when they shred meat.
Do you mind if it's chopped, or do you consider that shredded?
Chopped? No, sliced is fine. If it's sliced, oh, you're talking like chopped like two different ways. Yeah, and that's basically shredded.
Okay, I didn't know if that's just trying to make sure we got definitions correct here.
We've got a frozen Simply Lemonade, a Central 28 Brewing Company, an orange hibiscus wheat ale. Wheat ale is popular this year. A spicy double IPA, a bacon stout, a lemonade with firefly blackberry moonshine, and they also offer a beer flight. Hanami. Frushi is what it's called.
Yep.
Frushie.
Yep.
Fresh pineapple, strawberry, and melon rolled with coconut rice garnish with whipped cream, berry sauce drizzle, and toasted coconut.
It is absolutely. I've tried that before. It is absolutely phenomenal.
It's a lot of just fruits, though.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just a fruity, desserty type of thingy.
We have a chilled soba noodle salad with pan-seared tuna and wasabi dressing, and a chicken with nanban sauce, Japanese-style fried chicken served on a bed of shredded cabbage and topped with soy and vinegar-based dressing.
I do that. I was either that or the salad.
The tuna, yeah, I'd probably try the tuna. All right, a bunch of drinks we don't really know anything about. Taste of Marrakesh. We have harissa chicken kebab with dried fruit salad, a fried cauliflower with capers, garlic, parsley, and chili ranch sauce, or a walnut honey baklava. None.
I do the baklava. You wouldn't do the baklava?
If it was gun to my head, you got to eat one thing at every place. Yeah, I guess I would do the honey baklava.
Have you ever had good baklava?
I've had decent baklava.
I bet you that would be good baklava.
Let's see. We have the Florida Fresh stand, which is carne with black bean cake and lime sour cream. We've got a spicy blackened shrimp and cheddar cheese grits with brown gravy and local sweet corn relish, and a key lime tart with toasted margarine.
I would definitely do the shrimp and grits.
Yeah, spicy blackened shrimp and grits for sure. They have a watermelon cucumber slushy, a twisted strawberry fresh fruit ale, a Conch Republic key lime wheat, a milk stout, a sparkling key lime wine, a watermelon cucumber slushy with gin, and then obviously your beer flight. We have another, this looks French to me if I had to take a guess, and we have a chilled cucumber soup, a tart with caramelized onions and flaky pastry crust, braised duck with tomatoes and olives and polenta, and a macaroon. Looks like I'm trying to read because it's a lot of it's in French. Looks like a chocolate macaroon, large chocolate macaroon lollipop. Definitely the duck.
I'd go for the duck too because I don't get duck very often. And as long as it's done well and it's not greasy or oily type of thing, because duck can get that way if you're not careful. I've even had duck on flatbread before, and it is extraordinarily good if it's done right.
Yeah. Once again, this is where they're going to have their Grey Goose vodka slushes. So that's the orange. They have the Grand Marnier slush. They've got a Grey Goose one as well.
It's Grey Goose lemonade.
Grey Goose lemonade. They also have a sparkling wine and raspberry syrup. And they have a Sauvignon Blanc. And also, if you want a good beer that's light, don't know the first name of it, but it's called Blanc 1664. It usually comes in a blue bottle. It's actually very good. A refreshment port. I like the sound of this one already. It's only one item. Well, one drink, one food item. Coffee rubbed pork poutine with barbecue demi-glaze, fire roasted corn relish, and cheese curds. I'm all over that. I don't know how they all go together. They all sound really good separately.
Poutine in by itself is I think it's kind of an acquired taste because the idea of potato, cheese, and gravy it works, but it doesn't sound like it should.
Pork poutine.
Well, it's coffee rubbed pork.
True. They also have a Stowaway Mary, which is a classic Bloody Mary with absolute vodka, garnished with pimento stuffed olives, cherry tomato, celery, jumbo shrimp, and a smokehouse jerky. I will gladly get that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Test track. We have a violet blueberry vanilla croissant donut.
Violet blueberry cronut, basically.
Vanilla croissant.
I'm very curious on how this whole violet thing comes to play. I really am.
I'm hoping it's just the color.
No, violet. It's like if you have something that's violet infused. I mean,
but it doesn't say violet infused. Just
no. But usually, it's not gonna. They're not gonna call it out as a color. Oh, yeah. You're going to eat a purple donut.
And they also have a berry tea mint julep, non-alcoholic, or one with bourbon. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Joffrey's Coffee Tea Cart Specialty Festival offerings right here. In Future World East, we've got the Pedal to the Meadow. Get it? Pedal to the Meadow. Frozen cappuccino topped with vodka and Kahlua. In Canada, we've got the Cold Clover, a cold brew coffee with Irish cream syrup topped with Bailey's Irish cream liquor. Showcase plot.
I may have to try that even if I could just get the recipe. That would be awesome if I was able to try that.
The Showcase.
That sounds good.
Sorry. Showcase Plaza. It's Goose on the Loose, frozen passion fruit, and Le Citron vodka, which is it's okay. Topped with iced tea. I'm surprised you didn't like that. Okay. And then here we have the American Adventure, the Bee's Buzz. It's a frozen lemonade and coconut syrup topped with pineapple rum. Additional locations, we have funnel cake, a key lime funnel cake topped with crumbled graham cracker and whipped cream. That sounds good. The Block and Hans, which is going to be just a long list of beers. We have a vanilla barrel cream ale, a light lager, a American Beauty's Pale Ale, Defender IPA, a pineapple cart wheat ale, a hard rose cider, and the beer flight. The Fife and Drum Tavern is offering a Shorts Brewing Company Soft Parade Shandy. The Sunshine Seasons is offering an Earl Grey tea cake with orange honey filled topped with Honeybell Tangelo buttercream, honeycomb, and bee pollen.
Oh, I'm all over that. I've always wanted to try something that had honeycomb or bee pollen. I've always wanted to try it, so I'd be all over that just for the curiosity's sake.
Basically, you're looking at anywhere from $3 to $8 for some of these things. You know, when you start getting into duck and things like that, they're going to jump up in price a little bit, but they're saying that it's been roughly between $3 and $8. More about the outdoor kitchens. A setup around the world showcase. Outdoor kitchens offer regional and national delicacies to sample and taste, with emphasis on fresh from the garden goodness. Small plates and beverages give guests the chance to try specialty recipes from international locations. So that's where we're at. That's the whole menu. You got to remember, everybody, you know, this is not flour and this is not
food and wine.
Yeah. So there is, you know, definitely less available food wise, but sometimes less is better, in my opinion. When you give people too many options, you kind of get too spread out. There's no reason why I can't try one thing from each place. I'm going to be in Epcot, I think, 2 full days. So I'm going to break it up. The things I don't really want to try, I'm going to have early in the week. I can go home on a good note.
I thought you were going to say something like, the things I don't really want to try, I'll have Lindsay try for me.
She will, but you know, that's the nice thing about being able to walk up and be like, hey, I don't really want anything. You try it, I'll take the picture. She's an adventurous eater, so I give her that.
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah, we'll go through it again, Chris and myself, and I'll take a look at the menu, and I will try to get. I won't say try. I will get one item from every place, because I think the one day me and her are at Epcot, it's before Nick and Jess get there. I don't think we even scheduled a dinner reservation that day.
Doesn't sound like you need to schedule a dinner reservation. I mean, if you do it right.
We didn't schedule a dinner reservation, but I will. Yeah, I'll definitely, you know, because that thing is like, I want to be able to eat what I want, and then if you really like something, shoot over to that restaurant. 2 people's easy to get a reservation for.
You see, this makes me excited for the idea of when you and I go down there for our Food and Wine Fest trip.
I'm nervous about that trip.
Why do you say that?
I'm gonna have to take out a small loan.
Well, I have some ideas.
I got some ideas.
I know a guy. You know a guy. I like how Heather says, hey, dude, if they have the honeybee booth this year, you have to get the roasted cauliflower and the cheesecake. It's like this, and the cheesecake is they have this year is outstanding. And Lindsay says, you better not let me starve. Trust me, Lindsay.
No, for a big guy, I really don't eat a lot. Hey, you'll
Yeah.
be there last week of March. So will I. I know we got a couple people coming down there. Now, Lindsay will test this. I don't eat a lot. So in my mind, if I'm not hungry, no one else is hungry, you know? Like, it just doesn't come across my mind. So, like, I'll go hours without eating. She'll look at me and be like, what are we doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not hungry. Yeah, so we'll go through that list. And we'll figure out, we'll try everything. I know people were talking about a meetup. Still haven't really nailed down a date yet, if any. You want to announce?
Yeah.
Marathon?
Yeah. So we'll be mentioning this a number of times over the next week or so. So forgive me now if for some reason this gets a little bit repetitive. So after our last recording session, Danny and I decided we were going to set the date for our third annual Give Kids the World marathon show. And for those of you who haven't really been around over the past year or weren't here last year around this time, we do a charity event where basically Danny and I talk for 12 hours straight. And we also bring on special guests, past guests, new guests, other podcasters, authors, people who have other talents in the Disney realm. It is going to be really super cool, and it's all for a good cause. It's all to raise money for Give Kids the World Village down there in Orlando. And we do this in conjunction with our involvement with the Indie Disney Meet, which is at the end of September this year. And we've partnered with both of those organizations in order to bring you one awesome show with a chance to be able to pitch in and give a little bit to an organization that helps families who need a little bit of magic in their lives. This is a charity and an organization and a cause that is really near and dear to our hearts. We really take this seriously. This isn't just an event to gain some notoriety or anything like that. We really want to be able to give back in this manner. And last year, between all of our different fundraising efforts, between what was raised with Give Kids the World, as well as the items that we donated for the auction, we raised $3,000 as a part of that whole effort, which was double what we did the year before. As we continued on this planning, we may need some help from some people outside of dining, or not dining. We're talking about dining outside of the event itself. And at the same time, I'm not ashamed to basically say if there's anything that you would like to donate to the cause, what we're also planning on, and all these things are kind of like subject to change right now because we're just starting the planning phase. We're going to have a silent auction that anybody, no matter where, no matter when, and it's going to start before and go a couple days after, have a silent auction for the different items that are donated. We're going to hopefully have some really nice things that you can bid on, and you can be able to bid online, very similar to how the Indie Disney Meet did it last year as well. Any cash donations that are given is going to go directly to Give Kids the World. We will never touch that money. And that is just one of those things. In order to gain some transparency, we want to make sure that every dime that you give goes directly to them. Basically, the show itself will be broken up into different parts because Facebook only allows us to go for about 4 hours at a time, and then it abruptly cuts you off, and we don't want that.
Wait, we're gonna have that problem this year?
Yeah, we still will. That's a Facebook limit.
Is it a Facebook thing? I thought it was that our other server. Okay.
No, Facebook limitation. And so, we are, while we haven't talked, I have talked to one person already, who is going to try to work on his schedule to be there. We've had other people that have already said that they would like to join us, and I am now just starting to reach out to different guests. I am going to tell you this right now. I can't make any guarantees, but I am going to seriously try to up the ante of our guests that'll be here. I really want to try to get some people that we've never had on the show before. And we are also going to have some of our, what I'm hoping are going to be some of our old favorites as well. The fun part about this whole thing is that, you don't necessarily have to watch every last minute to have a blast. We are going to probably have anywhere between interviews, or I should say segments that are 30 to 45 minutes long with a small, like an update break. And, very much like last year. And the thing is that if we get enough interest and we get enough response from guests that want to come on the show, it might go longer than 12 hours. And it is definitely something for us to give a try. We love doing this. We love doing this for Give Kids the World. We love being partnered with the Indie Disney Meet. This is definitely one of those things that that we are just so glad to be a part of. Here's the thing. As I said, I'd really like for us to meet or beat our goal from last year.
I don't even want to meet it. I want to beat it.
I really want to beat it. I really do. And I think we can. And the thing of it is that I know that money is tight for everybody. I really do, And at the same time, this is going, even a small donation that you would use for lunch, going out to a McDonald's even. That kind of donation, when we collectively all do it together, can really help a family get some magic just for 1 week. To when they're to put aside the idea that their child may be sick or dealing with something that is just really horrible, and basically put that aside for just a week so they can just enjoy life. And it's one of those cases where I think we can all agree that's something that we can do, is give a little bit of magic back to people's lives.
And we've got a couple cool, segments that have been tossed around the pipeline. Some of our fantastic listeners have given us some ideas that we really want to run with and see if they're even possible. Once again, like Chris says, to reiterate, I know last year Chris and myself did all the donations. I know we had Jess do some stuff. And then we had a lot of gracious people who were either listeners of us or stumbled across and said, oh my goodness, I have all this great stuff. I'd love to donate it. And we realized that we can raise so much more money by simply doing a silent auction. So, if anybody, listen, this is very few times a year we ever ask anybody for anything. It's usually just once a year. So the things we ask for is simply make a small donation. The minimum donation was $5. Make a small donation, make a big donation, make any donation you want. And then obviously, if you have anything that you would like to donate out to, to people, to donate to the cause, we'll be more than willing to be able to set up a way to either get it to us or send you money so you guys can ship it out to whoever it needs to go to. Like Chris said, we're gonna set up an awesome auction this year. We've got some cool stuff. I've already started collecting some stuff. I've got a couple things Star Wars to give away. To silent auction. Chris has more Star Wars stuff.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead. Not to interrupt you, and I apologize. I want to go ahead and mention this. When I went to Dallas on a business trip, I ran into some really cool people over at Order 66 Toys up near north of Dallas. They actually donated 2 first issue, number 1 issues of a Star Wars comic book, and actually they're signed. And the interesting part is, if I'm not mistaken, they are signed. I'm going to try to find it here really quick. Not only, nope, this is not the signed one. One of them is signed. I'll make sure I get that right. It's actually signed by not only the people from Order 66, which, by the way, is basically the world's only licensed Star Wars-based toy store, I might add. But also, it was signed by the person that did all the lettering and was actually a part of this particular comic. They gave me 2 of these to give away. These are brand new mint uncirculated condition, and we were kind of talking about things, and I told them, hey, this is what we do, without hesitating. They're like, here, we're going to give you these. We want you to auction them off.
That's awesome. That's good people in this world. So once again, I put up a post on the community about different things, what you guys would want to see during the marathon show. I will post this question to the 30 some odd people or whatever's in here right now. We like to do a theme. We're very big in the themes. So year one, we did the Great Movie Ride because it was going away. And that was a great shirt. I love that shirt. I still have that shirt. Last year, we did Toy Story, obviously, because Toy Story had just opened, which was fantastic. This year, I have a couple ideas, but I'm not sure what we should do. So I'm gonna pose it out. I'll write up a little thing on the community, see what you guys think, and throw your ideas out there. No, we're not gonna do Star Wars this year. Star Wars, I do believe we're gonna save for 2020. This is the year we're gonna really reach out to a lot of people because next year we'll do a Star Wars themed one, and then obviously 2021 is gonna be an all about Disney World one. We've got to figure out that logo. That logo is gonna be interesting to make. But this year I have a couple ideas. But nothing has really smacked me in the face and said, like, hey, you got to roll with this one. So, yeah. I look forward to, getting some ideas out there, getting some more shirts made, and we should have some fun with this. 12 hours is a long time, though, people. And
John's actually asking, if I have something to donate, how do I get it to you or the winner? Well, tell you the truth, John, if any of you or anybody else has anything that you'd like to donate, depending on what it is, we will certainly work with you in order to either send it to my studio in order to pass it along, or we will arrange for you to basically ship it directly to the winner, depending on what it is and what you would like to do, what you feel most comfortable with. But of course, any generous donations of that sort, we would just be so thrilled with it. So,
and obviously we will cover any shipping charges that come into play.
I mean, if anything like that,
don't think you guys have to go out of pocket. We will pay for it.
Yeah. Now here's the thing: we are going to do the silent auction. Danny and I are actually looking into the logistics of that, but we'll also have some door prizes. I mean, we've got a ton of I shouldn't say a ton. We've got a good number of the Mickey Happy Birthday buttons that we actually have. And I am sure that we are going to have some smaller prizes to give away throughout the day just for fun. I'm actually ordering more BTEP buttons. That's going to be kind of cool. I've got more decals that are basically suitable for your vehicle, which, by the way, I've been testing through really harsh Midwest winter right now on the back of Diz Truck 1, and so far it looks a lot better than the one that I've had on the back of my car for the past 2 years. I'm going to be getting rid of that one and putting on a new one. The thing of it is, ladies and gentlemen, we don't ask for things. We don't ask for people, we don't plug our, stuff on the show to sell all the time, all year round, although we do have them available, and all those proceeds go right back into the show. We don't ask for donations or anything like that, but we do shamelessly ask for you to consider this one time per year donation to Give Kids the World. You do actually get, if you make a cash donation, you do get basically a letter from Give Kids the World thanking you for your donation for tax purposes, so that you can go ahead and write it off. And, all these different things just makes it just more and more legit. As I said, we don't touch that cash. If we sell shirts, all that goes back into the effort as well. And of course, anything that we sell for the or auction off, all those proceeds will go to the Give Kids World Village as well.
All right, Chris, you got any final words for everybody here?
I will say this. I'm going to let everybody know, especially for those that are listening via our podcast, we're going to have something over on the Behind Ears Podcast Facebook page, as well as the WDW community page, in order to kind of stir up a little bit of conversation. It's like this. We want some of your ideas. And the idea is as to who would you like for me to contact? Someone that maybe you specifically think that would make a great addition to the effort, and somebody that would really be able to possibly also get the word around about what our efforts are for Give Kids the World. I'm going to be creating a special thread just for that. And basically, if you give me an idea of whom I can contact, I'm going to put your name in an entry. And all those people that basically contribute will get a chance to win a personalized, customized Behind the Ears Podcast t-shirt with your name on it. And yeah, and the thing is, this is not a shirt.
I don't even have that.
No, yeah, well, no, you don't, and I don't either, to be honest with you. Basically, what's going to happen is that Danny and I always have our own special one-off shirts that's just for us.
I've got a bunch of those.
We've got a couple of them, but this is one of my favorite designs. It's just, I'm not sure if I'm going to make a special design in the back, but it's going to be okay. I'll admit it's a white t-shirt. Okay, I'm going to let you know. It's going to have a really full color background in the back, and it's going to have something on the chest. It's going to have your name on it as well. So we're going to give a couple of those away, and with your name, or maybe you want to give it as a gift, that person's name. So here's the deal. If we have any of those people that you picked, like let's say that we have Jessica on the show. Everybody says, hey, we want Jessica on the show. Oh, Jessica's feeling really good on herself right now. And we had 5 people say, hey, I want to hear Jessica on the show.
No one's voting for her anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, your mic's not muted. I'm going to take those 5 people, and basically for every person that is actually on the show for the marathon, everybody who voted for those people to be on the show, I'm going to put them into another bucket to win, not just a shirt, but it's something that only Danny and I have. Nobody else have had these before. They are embroidered polo shirts with our logo on it, and they are absolutely stunning. And
they are really nice.
Danny and I have one, and basically, there's only going to be one other person that's going to have one that I'm making one for, and I'm going to give one of those away because it is very high quality, wick away, suitable for wearing even in hot as Walt Disney World. It's an absolutely stunning shirt, and I'm going to give one of those away. It's valued at around $50 just for one shirt. So I just want to try to get some of the buzz out there, and I think it would be really cool. By the way, there are people that are saying, hey, what about this person? What about this person? Go ahead and save it for that thread. I will definitely put it out there, and everybody will see it. But Danny, that's all I've got for tonight.
Take us away.
Alrighty. You heard the show, and we hope you want more. Well, feel free to join us over at our social media platforms. Instagram and our Facebook page can be found at Behind the Ears Podcast. Our webpage is behindtheearspodcast.net, and our email is behindtheearspodcast@gmail.com. And our Twitter handle is @BehindTheEarsPC. And come and join the conversation about all things Disney over at the WDW community page. Don't forget to rate and review the show over at iTunes or Apple Podcasts, as it really helps us get the word out about the show. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the show on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or the Podbean app. Also, you can listen to us on Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and via Alexa and Google Home.
And thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Behind the Ears Podcast. I am Uncle Danny. That was Mr. Chris, and this was Behind the Ears Podcast. Like Chris said, get ready for the marathon show. We'll be in contact with so many of you. We look forward to working with so many of you and being able to support a wonderful cause and give kids the world. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you didn't get a little too hungry from all this food talk. I will be down there in late March to divulge and do some company time on company dime. I wish. I could probably buy like a small fry with our money. With that being said, it was, I look forward to eating all this stuff. I thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on all the social media platforms. Trisha would kill me if I didn't mention the WDW community Facebook page. Go over there and join. Once again, thanks everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Tuck your kids in tight, wear your seatbelts, and have a safe and wonderful weekend. I am Uncle Danny. Until next time.
And I'm Mr. Chris. Thanks everybody for joining us. We really super appreciate all your love and support that you've provided us in the show. By all means, we really just want to thank you all for everything that you do for us. Thank you for being a part of our podcasting family. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a great show, and we thank you for being here. And until next time, we wish you absolutely all the best and have a magical day. Take care.